everyone was just like, yo, Phil, what are we doing? Where are we staying? Where do we go? It's just like, yo, like, I don't know. Like, I've never been there. Like, I'm not Greek. I've never been to Athens. I don't speak Greek. Like, I literally don't know anything about this. And of course, I ended up as the tour guide for my entire family in Athens.
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
We did it! 100 subscribers. Let's go! Hey, hey, hey. 100 subscribers. Yo, thank you guys, everyone that subscribed. We've made it to 100 in less than 3 weeks. It takes people years to make 100. So thank you for helping me reach my goal. And let's keep it going. Next target is 1,000. Let's do it, guys. All right. Like I promised, I'm going to give a shout out to all my subscribers that have their settings on public so I can read out your names. We got Merlin Timbound, we have Richard Michael, we have Maurice DKM, we have Adventus Hermes, Justin Wilson, Jean Lamo, Arboreology, Lucho Nichols, Big D 71889. We got Jemima Prevelus. We have Geraldine Cantav. We have Miriam Senius. We have Roman Aguilera, Neftali Day, Keziah St. Louis, Elijah Romulus, Claire G. Cardozo, Mina Irma, Ashley Nicole, and Kadasha Noel. Yo, guys, thank you so much for subscribing. I'm going to keep putting out quality content so you guys can be thoroughly entertained. All right, let's get into this. So last year, my cousin Yassine, we call him Yaya, was graduating from high school in Abu Dhabi. So we decided to go out there as a family, support him, right? But before going to Abu Dhabi, we were like, why don't we stop somewhere? But this time we were like, let's stop in Europe. Let's stop in Greece. And so, the family's kind of trying to plan it out. We're like, where are we going to stay? Like Athens, whatever. So this is just a general trip. Uncles, aunts, some friends. So it was just, there was no designated leader. Or so I thought. As the months and days are approaching to the date that we're going to travel, people are like, yo, Phil, what are we doing? What are we doing, Phil? And I'm like, I don't know what we're doing. Like, I'm just buying my ticket. I'm going to get a hotel and I'll meet y'all in Greece. But everyone's like, nah, everyone's like looking to me for leadership. Like, I'm like the tour guide or something. And I'm just like, I'm not your tour guide. Like, let's just go to Greece and figure it out when we get there. And everyone's like, yo, what hotel? What are we doing? Like, where we stay? I'm just like, yo, like. So at this point, I'm just like, okay, whatever. If you want to point me Moses, I'll be Moses. And my brother Jack was Aaron. We were out there guiding Haitians through the Greek wilderness. It was crazy. So tell me why. Everyone's like, what hotel? So I'm like, okay, let's stay at the Holiday Suites in Athens. So the dates we were going to stay there were May 23rd to May 28th last year. So I'm like, okay, cool. Let's stay in the Holiday Suites. We stay in the Holiday Suites. Everyone lands there. We're good. We're going to spend a couple days there. Apparently, based on my travel expertise, as demonstrated in Brazil, they thought that I should lead out. So I was like, all right, bet. So the night that we actually get there, everyone is excited. So we go to the gym, as you can see. Everyone's just we took over the gym. We literally took over the gym. So the Holiday Suites doesn't have a gym, so we had to walk over to another hotel that they partner with to use their gym. It was really weird. But we took over that joint. So we walk up in there, we're exercising, we're ready for this trip, we're ready to go. Like, let's go, Athens. So, the first day comes and they wake up and my uncle, Papi, is like, so what are we doing today? I'm like, I don't know what we're doing today. Like, I just plan on walking around, maybe going to the Acropolis or the Parthenon. So everyone's like, yo, let's go to the Acropolis, let's go to the Parthenon. I'm like, yo, okay, let's go to both of them. And then I realized that they're the same thing. So the Acropolis is like the rocky hill that the Parthenon sits on. The Parthenon is just a temple built to the goddess, the Greek goddess Athena Parthenos, and Athena the Virgin. So, a lot of tourists go there and they want to go to the Acropolis and they want to go to the Parthenon, but it's like the same place. So, I wake up and I'm just like, okay, cool, let's go to the Acropolis. Like, that's what we're doing today. So everyone, we walk there. It's close enough for us to take the train or walk or whatever, and we go there, right? And then they're like, what are we doing next? I'm just like, there's a museum over there. It looks good. So we just walk over to the museum, and it's the Acropolis Museum, right? So we go there, and it's pretty cool, whatever. It was pretty nice because it started raining at one point, and then the rain lifted, and we were able to like go into the Acropolis and stuff. It was pretty cool. So I'm always on the hunt for vegan food, like always. Like every time I travel, it's like a hunt. HappyCow.com or just straight Google Maps, like searching for vegan food. Like it's a hunt. So, I drag like some of the rest of the group with me. I have my cousin Dave, I have my cousin Karina, got my brother, got Boss, got like a whole group of us. Got Max. Yo, Max legit is the life of the party. Like he lives his life like he's always in a music video. It's crazy. Like he's always turned. So tell me why I want to go to this place called Mystic Pizza, because I hear they have like some good vegan options, right? So we go there and then we walk up. Mind you, it's like 9 o'clock at night, right? But this place opens till like maybe 11. I'm not sure. It's like opens really late. So we're walking, and it's like a 30-minute walk. So like I have my GPS and like I'm good. Like 30 minutes is nothing. But everyone was just like the children of Israel, like straight up like, yo, like why did you take us out of Egypt? Like the flush pots of Egypt, there were leeks and onions, and it was like wild. They were like, yo, let's just go to this random place over here. Like they were like acting as if it was like the Trail of Tears or something. It was like crazy, like relax. So we finally reach Mystic Pizza, and like I'm like, yo, like my energy is spent because like I'm like convincing the multitude to keep pressing on to Mystic Pizza. And we get there, we meet this amazing black guy, this African guy who speaks perfect Greek, right? So like the police can't mess with him because usually the Greek police mess with like some foreigners and stuff, but like they can't mess with him because like he speaks Greek, which is pretty cool. He was really funny. But then like the pizza was actually mystic, and the pasta too, because there was like cannabis flour in some of the pasta. So I was like, yeah, let's not put that in my pasta. I just want the normal like pasta with the vegan cream, like the Alfredo sauce type of thing, right? So like, stay clear of that. But it was an amazing night. But here's where things pick up. So after that, it's like day 2, and people are like, yo, what are we doing? So I'm like, we should probably go to an island. So, I mean, most of you guys have heard of Mykonos and Santorini. So, like, my brother and I are trying to decide, we're like, should we take the group to Mykonos or should we take them to Santorini? And, like, we're going back and forth. We're looking at pictures. I personally like Santorini a little bit more just because I like the blue tops on the buildings and stuff. I feel like the pictures are really nice. As a side note, major shout out to my cousin Adrian, who just proposed to his girl in Santorini. Literally, I'm going to have to get a yacht when I propose because, like, I mean, I'm going to have to one-up him. I'm like, you know what? Let me talk to a local, because I like to talk to locals. So I'm like, I talked to a taxi driver, some random guy, and I'm like, yo, which island should we go to? Because there's, like, hundreds of islands, right? So it's like, he was like, yo, like, don't go to Santorini, don't go to Mykonos. Those are, like, tourist places, right? You want to go to, like, an island where real Greek people vacation. So I was like, bet. So he was just like, all right, cool. I was like, which island? And he was like, Zakynthos. So I was just kind of like, Zakynthos? Okay, that sounds good. He's like, yeah. All you have to do is take a bus from Athens, 4 hours to some random port village. And then from there, you take a ferry over to Zakynthos. I was like, that sounds perfect. So I tell the family we have to wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning to like be ready by like 5 something to catch a taxi to go over to the bus station, whatever. So we do that. Mind you, I hate waking up in the morning. Like, I literally hate waking up early in the morning, especially on vacation. Like, on vacation, I like to wake up at like 10 o'clock, spend time just roaming around the room, get out at like 11, have lunch, and do like one thing. Like, that's my idea of a perfect vacation. So the idea of getting up at 4 o'clock to go to some random island was like, So we get to the bus station, we hop on the bus. Now, here's the thing. We plan on spending the night in Zakynthos because it's mad far, and then coming back to Athens the next day. Here's the problem. We literally don't have a place to stay in Zakynthos. Like, my brother and I just didn't plan that far. We were just like, let's just go there, take the bus. That sapped, like, most of our energy. So we're on the bus on the way to this port city, and we're just like, yo, we really don't have anywhere to stay. Mind you, it's like my uncle and aunt who are retired. We have my other aunt. We have like Dave, Karina. We have Boss. We have like Mad Heads, Max, and we don't have a place to stay. So my brother and I are on Airbnb on the bus, right? Like planning like where we're going to stay that night in Zakynthos. So like had there been like some sort of party or some sort of event or concert or something on the island and all the Airbnbs were taken, hotels were booked, we probably would have been homeless that night. But that would have probably been a fun story, actually, like sleeping on the side of the road, talking to the locals. But, I mean, when we looked on our Airbnb, there was just so many options. So we didn't freak out, but we were just like, yo, like, let's just stay here. So we found this amazing villa amazing villa that we could book that day. So we booked it that day, and then we were good to go. Like I asked my aunt for her credit card so we could book it, and then like everyone could like Venmo or Cash App her, because up until that point, like we were charging on my credit card, and I was like, yo, we need to spread like this equity, this debt to equity ratio. Like we need to like spread it out just in case anything happens. Like I'm not putting everything on my card. Now when we get to the port area, we get on the ferry and we head over to Zakynthos, right? So the ferry ride was maybe like 30 minutes to an hour, somewhere around that time. And but the thing is, like, this ferry was more like a cruise ship. Like, it was amazing. Like, I'm used to like the Staten Island ferry or something like random. This thing was like a legit like cruise ship. So we're having a good time, photo shoot, like PT to Gamun. It was like crazy. So that was a really fun time. So when we get to Zakynthos, we take a taxi, we get to this villa. The lady's waiting there to welcome us. This villa was amazing. Like it was super, like it was just like dope. So we go there, everyone has their own room, we have our own pool, we have like our own like lounge area, we have a jacuzzi, like everyone's feeling good. I'm like, Jack, job well done, bro. Job well done. So everyone's excited. Zakynthos. So we drop our stuff off, then we go into town. So we decide to get a boat tour. So we rent a boat, we head out on the Mediterranean. So it's my family and I, we're all out there, we're blasting music. So we're somewhere in the Mediterranean off the coast of Greece, just like chilling. Like, how do we end up here? And so the guy takes us to a cave where we're able to actually swim. So we dive into the water and we swim in this like underwater cave thing where you go in and there's a section where like literally you have to go underwater to like make it to the other side. It was super cool. And like I was just like, man, Greece is beautiful. Like we're in the land of Sparta, we're in the land of like 300, we're in the land of like all that stuff. One of the things we wanted to do on Zakynthos was to go on Navigio Beach, also known as Shipwreck Beach, also known as Smuggler's Cove. But we didn't have time to do it. We were on the other side of the island and we only had one day there. So while we were in Athens, we went to Syntagma Square, which is this Constitution Square, where the first king of Greece, Otto, had to sign the Constitution on September 3rd in 1843. We also went to Monastiraki Square, where we found like a lot of different shops, restaurants. This one restaurant lured us in one night because they offered us a free appetizer of like some lamb meatball thingies that everyone loved. And there was like music out there, live music. Those guys were energetic. Like they were pretty amazing. Everyone was just vibing. It was definitely a great time. But there was like this weird incident that happened out there, like with these like this gypsy girl. Like I mean, so like I was walking around and just minding my own business, just enjoying the sights, and like little gypsy girl comes up to me. I'm like, oh hey, so like to me, you guys already know, like I'm trying to like engage with the locals. So I'm like, hey, what's going on? Like I'm trying to chat with her. And then she just has this rose. And then she's just like, bye. I'm just like, no, I don't want your rose. I just want to talk. And then she's just like, no, like, bye. So then she starts like hitting me with the rose. Like, literally violently hitting me with the rose. Like, buy this rose. I'm like, I don't want your rose. Here's the thing. Like, I couldn't do anything because like, I knew she had like a handler somewhere. Like, she was pretty young. So it was like, I knew she had her parents or someone there watching her. So I was just like, yo, like stop hitting with this rose. It was like Esmeralda got possessed. Like it was just like crazy. Yeah, at Monastiraki Square, that's where we saw some girls dancing. They just came out of nowhere and they were just like practicing. It was pretty nice. It was pretty good. It was a good show. People selling stuff. There were these African guys that were like, oh, please just take this bracelet. Just take this bracelet. They would put it on you and then they would ask for donations afterward. So I showed them some love, you know what I'm saying? Gave them a couple euro. So after the boat tour, after the Mediterranean, we head back to Athens, and we make our way finally over to Abu Dhabi, where I was more than relieved to no longer have the responsibilities of a tour guide. But I mean, since people kind of put me in that box, I may as well just start offering my services. So if you guys want a tour around any random country I've never been to, please feel free to call this toll-free number, and I'll be sure to whip something up. Yeah. It's out of control.